Hey, Cubicle Country, Jessica Canty here, your life and career strategist. I have a passion for helping melanin millennial moms who want high achieving careers. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, we take a pause in our day to reflect on what we're doing excellent, the things that make us amazing. And then we chit chat about the things that we want to do to make ourselves even more amazing, even more equipped, even more ready for the promotion that we deserve. And we do that with careers and coffee chat. We take a pause. Hey there, welcome. We take a pause and we say, okay, what works? What's not working? And how do we want to address it moving forward? So today's topic we're going to talk about is cubicle to C-suite. Cubicle to C-suite. So before we get into our topic, I want to give us our announcements because I'm ecstatic. Ooh, tongue tie. I'm ecstatic about talking about from cubicle to C-suite. Our first announcement is that this conversation does not start here. It does not end here. We're only going to be here for a few moments, but the conversation actually starts in our exclusive Facebook group, Cubicle Country, and you want to head over there. Why? Because I interact with our members. I give in time and real time career coaching. I pick their brain to see what they need so that I can support them in their careers. So you want to head over to Facebook. You can click the link in my bio to join Cubicle Country along with the rest of those melanin millennial moms who want those high achieving careers. Announcement number 2. This afternoon, this evening at 7:30 on Clubhouse app, we'll be having cocktails and career chats. I love having cocktails and career chat. One, because it's an opportunity to reflect on our day and to plan the next day and plan our next best career move. But 2, because I get to talk with industry experts. And I always love bringing in other experts to help you in your specific profession. That's what a wonderful coach does. They also make sure that they bring in other wisdom to help support you. So if you're on the Clubhouse app, join me at 7:30 for cocktails and careers chat. We're talking about how to make the next best move to the C-suite, how to level up from that cubicle into leadership. Are you ready? I'm ready for you. Announcement number 3, head over to the link in my bio to register for our webinar series this Thursday at 6:00 p.m. Cubicle to C-suite. It's an hour-long session. It's only 1 hour, completely free to you. The only investment is your time and your energy. And what we're going to do is we're going to ensure that you get that in-time coaching. You get freebies and you get a chance to win a free work journal, a place to record how awesome you are. So you want to head over and check that out. And announcement number 4, click the link in my bio and order your copy of Work Journal, a place to record how awesome you are. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. I get really excited about talking about promotion, about raises, about how to position yourself to get the salary you deserve, how to move towards your dream career, and how to operate in your passion once you land your dream career. And I was really reflecting on how I got to the place where I was promoted, how I got to the place where I can say every morning, I love the work that I do. And so one of those things was that I had to be strategic about how I was going to move from the place of drudgery. I hated Monday mornings. My bank account made my money seem funny. My bills were drowning me. I just didn't have enough money to even really think about the things that I enjoy doing. All I could do was afford the bare minimum. And so I knew that I wanted a promotion. I knew that I wanted a raise. I tried all different types of things. I tried coupon clipping. I tried free webinars. I tried free workshops. I tried meditations and tried all these different things, and it wound up teaching me how to develop a 3-pillar program that landed me $30,000 additional money in less than 4 months. And so I'm excited about being able to present these different things that I learned that that helps me to make more money, help me to land my dream career, and help me to feel overall good about my life, good about my skills, good about how the world receives my value. So I'm going to give you the 5 Beatitudes The 5 Beatitudes of how to move from the cubicle to the corner office. How do I move from the cubicle to the corner office? How do I go from the front line? How do I go from being in the trenches to being on the balcony? How do I get off that dance floor and become in the balcony and make leadership decisions? How do I have that decision making power? How do I position myself to have a salary that's commensurate with my value? You apply the 5 Beatitudes. I got to bring my notes over here because I can get excited. I can talk about career planning all day, every day, because I really like talking about how to help people to live a more fulfilled life when it comes to their career. Here we go. The 5 Beatitudes of moving from the cubicle to the corner office. The first one is to be clear and intentional. Be clear and intentional. A lot of times people will hear me say cubicle to C-suite and they'll say, well, I'm going to turn my ear off to that because I'm an entrepreneur. Or I'm going to turn my ear off to that because I work more and so in the retail space and it's really not a cubicle and I'm not really moving to a C-suite. Or I work in a competitive salary space and it's more so about a salary raise than it is a title. And so this is why I say the very first B is to be clear and to be intentional. What does it look like? Where are you currently in your career and where do you want to be? That's what it means to go from the cubicle to the C-suite. Where are you currently and where do you want to be? I am in the C-suite of my career. I know that at some point I may position myself to think again, okay, I'm in a sweet spot. What's the next C-suite I want to accomplish? So be clear and be intentional. Where are you right now and where do you want to be? That's that cubicle to C-suite transition. Are you in a space where you don't like your job? Are you in a space where you're in a toxic work environment? Are you in a space where there's no promotion opportunity, where you just feel like everyone's getting promoted around you and you feel stuck? Are you in a space where you like your job but you're ready to expand? That means you're in a cubicle, you're in a box. And you're ready to move towards bigger and better responsibilities, bigger and better opportunities. So that's what you want to do. You want the very first B of the Beatitudes of moving from cubicle to corner office is to be intentional and to be clear. The second Beatitude you want to have is to be professional. Be professional. I know as a millennial, I know that a lot of the world around us is saying that professionalism has changed. The way we see professionalism, the way we show up in the world. However, there's some basic tenets that if you want to move from that cubicle to the C-suite, you have to apply. There's a reason why certain people look like management. There's a reason why certain people show up in the world and when they walk in the room, you know that they are there because they do certain elements that show to the world that they are consummate professional, from the way they talk to the way they walk to the way they interact to the standards that they set for their profession. You need to be professional. The third Beatitude is to be prepared. I can't tell you how many times people come into meetings and they sound like they're the expert, but all it is they just reviewed the notes from the last meeting. So when you are prepared, you show up and show off and show out, sis. When you have reviewed the notes from the last meeting, when you are punctual, when you ensure that all of your resources you need to be able to present are available to you, you are operating in the Beatitudes of how to move from the cubicle to the C-suite. So we just named 3 of the 5 Beatitudes to move from the cubicle to the suite. The first B is to be clear and intentional. What do you really want? Where are you currently and where do you want to go? The second B is to be professional. Be that person who still thinks that professionalism is important. It's not old school. It's not played out. Being a professional is always in season and on time. Thank you for the love, you all. Number 3 is to be prepared. Don't stumble and bumble. Get your documents together. Have you reviewed the previous notes? Do you have the points that you want to bring? Do you have questions written down? Do you have thoughts that you want to be able to present? Be prepared. I can't say that enough because that's really the key to promotions. Is being prepared. What systems have you set up to make sure that when you show up in the performance evaluation conversation, when you show up and ask for a promotion or a raise, that you are showing them that you're indispensable? What have you prepared? What numbers have you crunched? What data have you provided to tell them that you're prepared for that raise, prepared for that promotion? And number 4 is to be polished. Absolutely. Be polished. We want to make sure that the rough edges of our careers have been fine tuned. What do I mean by that? Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. You want to make sure the rough edges of who you are is have been fine tuned. If you need support, this is where you want to tap into your career executive board, your role model, your mentor, your coach, and your sponsor. They are your polishing agents, if you will. I don't know about you, but I love a good exfoliant. I love a good body scrub. I love a good face scrub. I love, just making sure that I'm getting the dead and rough skin off, right? So it's the same thing. Your career executive board is going to make sure you show up as polished. Now, I'm a pearl kind of girl. I love wearing pearls. I love making sure that I have my stockings and my shapewear and all that good stuff to show up as polished. But being polished, it's in your physical appearance. It's in the way you present yourself orally. It's in the way you present yourself in communication. Or do you still have an email that says Juicy Peaches 95? Do you still have an email that has your age or your graduation year in it? That's not showing up as a polished professional. Do you have a landing page for your career? Are you liking everything that you see on social media and not thinking about how it affects how the world sees you? So being polished, trust me, I love a good nail, do your nails. I love to put on some makeup, put in some perfume and some nice jewelry, but it goes beyond that. It's talking about how do I show up in a meeting where people know that what I'm saying is something that's of value. That when I'm not in the room, they mention my name because I'm of value. That's what it means to be polished. And the last B attitude is to be memorable. Be memorable. This is about establishing your career brand. When you establish your career brand, people know when they see your name, when they hear your name, they know what to expect from your career. They know what to expect from your work. So you want to be memorable. So when you come to my page, you're going to hear something about careers. You may hear me kind of chuckle at myself if I stumble over my words. I'm going to be looking at my notes because I want to make sure I present everything to you that I want you to have that's going to be impactful for your career. And so that's a part of me being memorable. But you want to be memorable for things that are excellent. Be memorable for things that are stellar. Be memorable for things that are just all around awesome. So when people go into meetings and they say, okay, well, we need some support around resume help, I want someone to be able to say, well, Jessica can support me in this. When you think about your career, when you think about the work that you do, what are you memorable for? Even when I was first starting off in my career, I had several different jobs in my career. I would work retail. I worked for the federal government. I worked in a restaurant. I worked in all these other jobs that perfected my skills and gave me transferable and transformational skills. And one of the things that I always heard in my reviews is that if they needed someone that was going to be a hard worker, they would call me. If they needed somebody that was going to be reliable, they would call me. If they needed somebody that could present a great idea or a solution, a resolution focused person, then they could call me. Do they think of you when they think about who can I gossip with? Do they think of your name? Do they think about, well, who can I vent to and just, and not think about a solution? Do they think about you? Do they think about you when they think about, well, who is in the latest office drama? Does your name come up? So you want to be memorable for the right things. All right, Cubicle Country. I presented to you the 5B attitudes of how to move from the cubicle to the corner office. The first is to be clear and intentional about what you want. Where are you? Where do you want to be? Work journal really helps you because we have the career success sequence that helps you to figure out where you are in your career, what you should be doing in this phase, and then what are your next best steps. The second B attitude is to be professional. I love work journal because it looks professional when you're going into meetings. It has the downloadables to help you to be professional, to show up, to show off and show out, to say, this is the connections I made. This is how I'm going to make you money, how I'm going to save you money, why you owe me more money. And the third B attitude is to be prepared. Work journal helps you to be prepared. It has your daily metrics, your weekly metrics, your quarterly metrics. And that's business talk for what have you done lately? What are you doing on a daily basis to make the money, save the money, and provide them with additional opportunities? Work Journal is going to help you with that. A lot of my clients and members of Cubicle tongue tie and members of Cubicle Country wonder, well, what do I tell them when I go into this performance evaluation? I know I need a promotion, but I don't know how to convince them because it's a recession. It's a hiring freeze. How do I present the fact that I am worth more? You need to be diligent and have the right career management system. If you're looking for a career management system to support you in that, click the link in my bio and order your copy of Work Journal, a place to record how awesome you are. So our fourth B attitude is to be polished. Yes, you can have your nails polished. Yes, you can have a good lip. You can have some cute earrings or represent your alma mater, Bowie State University. But it's also about being polished in your character. How are you showing up on social media? How are you positioning yourself as a thought influencer? How does the world know you're a subject matter expert and you can, hey there, and you can demand the salary that you want? All right, number 5 of the B attitudes in order to move from the cubicle to the corner office is to be memorable. What do you want to be known as? What legacy are you leaving? What are people saying when you leave the room? What are people feeling and thinking when you show up in the room? Do they know to come sit next to you if they want the latest office gossip? Or do they know to come sit next to you because there's something over there that she's doing that I can see her light as she's coming in this room and I know that her thoughts make sense. I know that when she's quiet, she's taking it in. I know that when she opens her mouth, she's going to add some value. What do you want to be known for? Because your paycheck is reflective of what you're known for. All right, Cubicle Country. You know, I could talk careers all day. Just a quick reminder, this evening at 7:30, we'll be having cocktails and careers chat on the Clubhouse app where we talk with industry experts. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to move. What are the next steps I need to do to move from that cubicle to the C-suite? And this Thursday, I have a completely free webinar. The only thing you have to invest is your energy and your effort. Click the link in my bio. You'll want to do that because even if you can't show up at 6 o'clock, I know you're busy out there slaying dragons. You can get the recording and you can also get the freebies I'm going to be giving everybody that shows up in person. All right, you all. You know I love you. Go out there and be excellent. Continue to change the world just by showing up.